Hi, you guys. This is Miss Schwenk, and I'm going to talk to you about figurative language. And I am going to try to pull up the document camera. I think I might have to. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So I have this great book called There's a Frog in My Throat. 440 sayings a little bird told me. So even saying there's a frog in my throat is figurative language, because when you say I have a frog in my throat, that's hard to say. You don't mean there's an actual frog in your throat. You mean like your voice sounds a little froggy, like you're like talking like a frog. So when you hear someone say I have a frog in my throat, that's what they mean. They mean they sound like one. So here we go. So many in this book. So up here at the top, horsing around. If they say you're horsing around, you've probably heard someone say that before. They don't mean you're being a horse or you're playing with horses. It means you're kind of being rowdy. So you're kind of messing around and being too loud. So you're horsing around. So another thing you might have heard someone say is monkey business. So if someone's up to monkey business, they're just being silly. That's silly behavior. Kind of like a monkey is silly. You might have heard it's the cat's meow. When they say it's the cat's meow, they mean it's something really great, terrific. You might have heard someone talk about a lucky duck. You're a lucky duck. If you're a lucky duck, you're just fortunate. I don't know why they say duck, but there's no duck involved in being a lucky duck. Let's see. Sometimes they might say, what's the buzz? When they're talking about what's the buzz, they don't mean what's buzzing around. They mean, what are people saying? What are they talking about? I've heard it's the bee's knees. And I don't know why they say it, but if they say it's the bee's knees, it's not about bee's knees. It's something they think is pretty great. And I've definitely heard this one. Let's tie on the old feed bag. So if someone's going to sit down and eat a big meal, they might say, let's tie on the old feed bag, which means let's eat. But usually it means kind of a lot. And it's something a horse might have, is a feed bag. So around the house, here are lots of things you might have heard, and they're figurative language. It just makes it more fun to listen to someone or to read their story. So, for example, let's see, puppy love. Puppy love isn't about puppies. It's about young people in love. You might have heard someone's in the doghouse. If you're in the doghouse, you're in trouble. You might have heard someone is sick as a dog. If you're sick as a dog, it has nothing to do with dogs. It just means you're really sick. Let's see. Oh, a doggy bag. If you go out to dinner and you have leftover food, you might take it home in a doggy bag, which originally was because people would take it home for the dog. Let's see. You're barking up the wrong tree. Sometimes people say that when you are trying to go after something and you think you've got it all figured out, but they're like, you don't have it figured out. You're barking up the wrong tree. Try something else. You might have heard this place is going to the dogs. That means it's getting worse. Sometimes I've seen kids do this, and we don't encourage it. But a dog-eared page is where someone has turned the page down to mark their spot. But it might look a little bit like a dog's ear. This one, you lie like a dog. If someone says you lie like a dog, they mean you're telling a lie. This one, it's a dog eat dog world. And that shows a dog eating a hot dog. But a dog eat dog world means it can be pretty competitive out there. Everybody's out for themselves sometimes. Here's more figurative language with dogs. I've been working like a dog. Means you've been working hard. You're chasing your own tail. Sometimes dogs do that. If they say you're chasing your own tail, you're working really hard, but not getting very much done. Oh, this is a good one. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You might have heard that. If someone says, don't bite the hand that feeds you, they mean if someone's helping you, be nice and say thank you. So be kind to people who are helping you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. There's cats. So they might say they fight like cats and dogs. And cats and dogs don't always fight. But this is the fur's going to fly. There's going to be a fight if they say they're fighting like cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. If someone says it's raining cats and dogs, it's raining hard. Copycat. Someone who imitates someone else. Fat cat. If someone is a fat cat, they might be a powerful person. Scaredy cat. Someone who's timid. The cat's got your tongue. You've heard that. If they say the cat's got your tongue, they're saying, why are you so quiet? More cats. If someone says that's a catty remark, they mean that was not very nice. The cat's pajamas. I've definitely heard people say that's the cat's pajamas, which means that's just great. Well, I've heard this one. When the cat's away, the mice will play. And that's kind of like if the parent or the teacher leaves a room, kids might take advantage of that and have a little extra fun. Here's other animal figurative language. So here's one you might hear. I'm living in a goldfish bowl. So if you live in a place with lots of windows and you feel like everyone is looking at you, you'd say, I'm living in a goldfish bowl. Rugrats. That's kind of you guys. Young children are called rugrats sometimes. He sang like a canary. So if you're supposed to keep a secret, but you told everybody the secret, that is you sang like a canary. Rabbit food. If you like to eat salad, people might say you like rabbit food. A guinea pig. If someone says, I'm a guinea pig, it means you're testing something out. You're going to try it first. I don't know why they say that. On the farm, a good egg. If you're a good egg, you're a good person. If you're a bad egg, you might be a bad person. It says, if you were to crow about it, is to brag. Is a good one. So if someone says, is it daytime or is it October? And someone could say, does a chicken have lips? And if they say, does a chicken have lips? That's something you'd say when it's like, no, of course not. It's kind of like, do pigs fly? Does a chicken have lips? Don't count your chickens before they hatch. It means don't plan on having something until you see it. You chicken means kind of you're being a coward. Let's see. You flew the coop. So if you say that someone flew the coop, they escaped. They got away. Let's talk turkey, which means let's get down to business. This one's saying, you turkey. You turkey means you jerk. You're not being very nice. Chicken scratch. Sometimes if you are just doing a first draft and you're just writing as quick as you can, they'll call it chicken scratch. Just bad handwriting. Let's see. There's so many. Maybe we'll stop here with the pigs. Pigsty. If your parent says, your room is a pigsty, they don't mean that pigs live there. They mean it's really messy. I'm as happy as a pig in the mud. That means you're delighted. You're going hog wild, which means you're going to extremes. You're really, really having fun. If you're living high on the hog, means you have a lavish lifestyle. You have all kinds of fancy things. And let's see. Oh, I'm in hog heaven. You're in hog heaven. You are so happy. Couldn't be happier. Oh, let's pig out. I'm sure you said that one. Let's pig out means let's eat a lot. So anyhow, this book is full of figurative language. Hold your horses. I have a Charlie horse. He's as stubborn as a mule. I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Those are all things you might have heard. As innocent as a lamb. He's like a bull in a china shop. He has a cowlick. If you have like a funny, like your hair turns a funny corner, that's called a cowlick. But it's not about cows. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You say, I could do that in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. That means you can do it quickly. There's a frog in my throat. I told you in the beginning, it's because your throat is feeling hoarse. So many. Well, I'll just show you. I can't read all these. It would take forever to read them all. But in your work today, you get to make pictures and you get to choose some of these to do yourself. So I encourage you to think about some more clever ways to write what you mean to say in your writing, and using figurative language is a great way to do it. So if you are interested in reading more, the book is There's a Frog in My Throat by Lorraine Leedy and Pat Street. All right, go get started on your writing.